No, I'm just kidding.
Pull me.
Get closer, Brock. Come on, get closer to the mic. We want people to hear you.
I'm just over here mumbling.
Right? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, but as far as the move to the cities are going, like what's the housing market or the what are we looking at for like living expenses there? Because you said Kansas like 900 for a nice
it's
loft.
nice out there. I mean, like the cost of living out there is definitely way more affordable compared to Minneapolis, but I don't know. It's just like it depends on where you're looking. Like we're looking at the St. Paul area and whatnot, but over in the St. Paul area, there's a lot of like older, like vintage looking apartments.
Oh, that's
which
dope.
is really cool looking.
Yeah.
But I'm more of like a modern apartment person, but it's still like affordable though. I feel like I thought it was gonna be way more expensive. I was like, damn, we're about to be paying $800 each.
But you need you a nice loft. Every photographer needs a nice
loft.
Such a studio.
I just picture you like in your loft on like a nice sectional couch, just editing with some coffee and a cigar. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, bro,
I'm some real boss stuff.
That's kind of how I do it though. Like I'll be like editing. I mean, minus the cigar, but like I'll be like editing just like on my couch on the weekend, like a Sunday morning. And I'm like lighting the candle. I'm cooking breakfast. And then I got the laptop.
It's
on.
a vibe.
Yeah.
Do you listen to like indie music or like chill vibey music?
I feel like my music range is just like everywhere.
Yeah.
Honestly, like I listen to like screamo. I listen to rap, hip hop, country, even.
But what about when you're editing? Do you listen to music when you edit or not?
I guess it would be more chill.
Yeah, I could picture that. Like just chill.
When we were on tour, when I was on tour with Greg a few years back, and we were in, where were we? Baltimore. We were downtown Baltimore, and we stopped into like a little screamo concert. It was pretty dope.
Really?
Yeah, it was my first. Yeah, it was dope.
Was this like dancing? Like that tour for dancing?
No, for music.
Oh, okay.
Oh, man, let's talk about that today.
Have you ever talked about that?
No, let's talk about that. That should be fun because that was some experience. Yeah, but welcome to the People Being People podcast, everyone, with Mona and Tyler and Mona. I'm ready to get into this episode. We're just gonna chill a little bit today and have some fun conversation. A light Monday. Hope your Monday is off to a great start. Let's crush this week. You know, have you set your goals and did all of that stuff? We getting into all of that this week. Let's do it. People being people. Self-love isn't an easy journey.
Especially when you came from a really broken place inside of you.
It's an everyday choice. Like I said, this is going to be a fun episode today because we got your boy Brock Wegner on the podcast. It's your boy Brock.
What up?
Yes,
How's it going?
yes.
Hi.
Is that Brock? Yes, that's Brock.
Oh my god.
I love that.
Yeah.
Bro, that's an interesting story is my username.
Really?
Actually, yeah.
Wait.
I just want to mention though, that intro is beautiful.
Oh, you like that?
Yeah,
Thank you.
that was amazing. She looked at me and I'm like,
And then it was like
I was like, wow.
It's Brock. I gotta hype Brock up.
Appreciate it.
talking about the intro, boo boo.
Oh, you like the music.
Yeah,
Is that what you're talking about?
No, everything. That was just so smooth, man. I was surprised.
So hey, hello.
What
welcome,
up? How's it going,
welcome.
guys? Thanks for having me on.
Yes. So, who are you? Who's Brock?
Brock Wegner. I'm from Sacramento, California. Moved out to Sioux Falls area about, man, I feel like I always get this wrong, but I think it's like 7 years now is when I moved out here.
Oh, so
Little disclaimer, YouTube, my bad. I just cut camera one on.
It's okay.
No, you're good.
It's
good.
fine.
Yeah.
Just
Well,
hey.
hey, YouTube, hi guys.
Hello.
Okay, so first,
join the
I
party.
thought you grew up in Sioux Falls. Like,
No. I consider Sioux Falls home though for sure now.
Okay.
By now, but like no, I grew up in Carmichael, California, which is a suburb of Sacramento.
Wow.
Yeah.
How was that? I know you're probably young.
Yeah.
Like, was it fun growing up there?
It was. I mean, we were doing like I feel like hood rat stuff. Like we were just like rolling around on bikes everywhere. We couldn't drive anywhere. Just chilling out at school after class and stuff.
That's wow. I bet the environment was different there too, or
Yeah.
or was
I
it
would
pretty
say
safe?
so. Yeah. I mean, definitely when I moved out here, it seemed a little different. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's weird. Like in California, you have like the stereotypical like jocks and whatnot, and like they're the ones who get invited to the parties and whatnot.
The surfer boys.
Yeah, and then out here, like the band people and like all that are like the most popular. And like when I came here, I was like, what the hell? I was like, this is backwards, man.
Wait, what?
No, but like everybody that I met here is just like super like kind and chill, and I don't know. I feel like people here are just much more nice compared to the West Coast.
Yeah.
And maybe that just might be my personal experiences, but
yeah, I think that's like a Midwestern thing because
every time they visit here, everyone's so nice, like your parents and
everybody
stuff.
says that, I swear.
Yeah, because people just want to stay out of people's way.
Yeah, they don't want to start.
Chicago is still Midwest. Chicago, like those.
But that's a little
different.
I'm like, that's a little different.
What area did you live in?
The South Side of
Okay.
Chicago. So yeah,
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I just want.
Like, I don't know.
So we visited Chicago and the Wicker Park area. So where is that?
So Wicker Park is north.
Okay.
So when you drive like past downtown, and I'll say like once you drive past, I consider like 35th Street past south of 35th Street. I consider that the South Side, me personally.
Yeah.
But people might still consider like 21st Street the South Side, but that's just getting into downtown to Chicago to me. Okay. So yeah, I'm like way out south, like the hundreds. Still in Chicago, still in the city, but
dude, Chicago's huge.
Yeah. It's so huge.
Such a big city.
Like
when we were driving in, we drove from here, and like that drive was long as hell.
Yeah,
I do not like that drive.
I didn't like it at all. Man.
It's super boring.
Unless you have two people, unless you have someone drive 4 hours, then the next take a little nap 4 hours. But
I mean, we did that.
Look. But did you just see that look she gave me though? She just looked at me like, because she already know. I'm like, chauffeur, where we going today, babe?
Okay, we're not going to talk about that. This is about Brock. This is his podcast. Today, we're not talking about us, okay?
We're going to talk about this later.
Okay.
No, anyway. But that drive, though, was, like, bad, though. I mean, we did, like, the off and on. I mean, Mackenzie, my girlfriend, she drove part of the way. I drove part of the way, but damn, that shit was brutal.
Yeah.
It's boring.
What do you pass on the way there? It was like this like water park or something. I can't remember the name of it. But
it's
everybody
in like Wisconsin Dells.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah.
I've been there. That is fun.
Is it fun?
Yes.
I've never been there.
It is so fun. We went to, I don't remember where we stayed, but like there was a water park in there. There was like a roller coaster park. Like it was so fun.
That's nuts.
It was fun.
That's dope. I've never been there either though, so I guess I'm in the same boat as you.
I prefer water parks way more than I do amusement parks.
Really?
Because I hate roller coasters.
No.
Yeah.
Yo.
I don't like you. I'm just kidding.
You got to get off the podcast.
Like, hey, bro.
You're like, all right,
we're going to have to turn this off.
Have you ever had a traumatic experience then or what?
Yes.
So talk about it.
What happened?
I don't think I've ever talked about this before with like a podcast or anything. So like my mom, there's this place, I forgot what it's called. I think it's called Great America. It's in like
we got one in Illinois.
Okay, yeah. See, it's like on the border, I think, of like
Six Flags.
Yeah, it's basically Six Flags. Yeah, like it was on the border of like Nevada and California, I think. I might be wrong on that. I don't know. But my mom, she was like, okay, we're gonna go out here to this water park because she knew I like water parks compared to roller coasters and all that.
Yeah.
So she was like trying to trick me, and so we go out here, and the first ride we go on is a roller coaster, but I don't realize it's a roller coaster until we're like getting in our seats, or until we're like at the top of the hill or whatever.
Yeah.
Snap.
And the whole time we're waiting, I'm like looking up and like this roller coaster is going around like doing these twirls and shit. And I'm like, damn, that looks crazy. And then I was like, I'd never go on that. And she goes, neither would I. And I'm like, you evil ass. I'm just kidding. No, but
that's funny. That is hilarious. That's something I would do to Aaliyah.
Quite the surprise for you.
Hell
you
yeah.
probably were on there.
I forgot how old I was, but like
were you screaming?
Oh my god, man! You have no idea. So like we went to the top of the hill, right? And like the line zigzagged or whatever up the hill, and then we're getting on, and like she already knows I'm like heated, and so we get into the seats, right? And then we have to empty everything out of our pockets because it's like a roller coaster that like you aren't sitting. You're like literally your legs are just flailing in the air the whole time.
Oh man!
And it's just the worst experience ever.
After that, you were like, I'm never getting on a roller coaster.
Hell no. And then so we take everything out of our pockets, and then she's just hysterically laughing the whole time. And I'm like, that's just my mom though. Like if I'm like uncomfortable, she's just dying.
Yeah.
And so she's just laughing, and then we take our stuffs out or whatever, and then the roller coaster starts going, and then we go up. And then, like, as soon as we're at the top, she just looks at me and just apologizes. And then, like, as we're going down this steep ass, like, incline, or decline, I should say, my face, like, I'm not smiling or anything. I'm just like,
yeah. That's it.
Get me the fuck off.
I know that feeling where you gotta kind of just like.
You gotta
just tighten all your muscles up.
You're like holding on for dear life. Low key, every time I go on a roller coaster, I say a prayer because I'm like, I don't know if this is gonna be my last time.
Damn.
But I like that like adrenaline and that risk.
Yeah.
You know what part I don't like?
What?
When it's like going up.
Oh, the waiting, the adrenaline. I love that.
And then like and then you're just looking
it's like
down.
A scary
like,
movie.
Yeah. For real.
All I'm thinking in my head when I'm looking down is splat.
Okay. Oh my God.
Yeah, bro. And this roller coaster like went over a lake and shit. And like I hate heights, bro. Everybody knows me. Like I hate heights. I hate spiders. Those are my two biggest fears. Yeah, I swear to God.
What in the heck are they doing next door today?
I know that's crazy because the last 2 days they were doing the same thing, and you're like, I really hope they are not making noise while we do this podcast.
And sure enough, as soon as we start the podcast,
here they go.
Okay, first off, why are they working
it's
working
like 7
so
o'clock.
late? No, like they don't
Yeah,
work
I was
all
gonna
day.
say what time? Yeah, 7.
No, they don't work all day, and then they come at night. So maybe they like working at night. I don't know. Maybe like when the sun's coming down, but
I don't know.
whatever. It's okay. If you guys,
sorry
for the
guys,
people listening, if you guys hear.
We got some background music.
We got some background music.
being made.
Yeah.
But okay, so I'm gonna ask you a question.
Sure.
So
Shoot.
what do you like doing on your free time? What is it that, because you are a creative, talk a little bit about that journey with you being creative and you with your photography and stuff.
Well, so for your first question, I would probably say doing photography in my free time. Either that or I'm just like kicking it with friends or family.
Yeah.
But I feel like getting into like this creative zone that I'm in, I just randomly bought a camera one day.
Really?
It would be probably a year ago now. Yeah.
So you were never interested in photography then?
No, like my grandma and like my grandpa's tried giving me a camera for free and everything. I just shot them down. I was like, no, I'm not into that.
Wow.
I was like, I don't want to do that. And
really?
then, yeah, I swear.
Wow.
That's
and then,
so wild.
I don't know like what made me like want to get a camera. I don't know if I was like watching YouTube videos or something, but to get me into it at least. But then I bought a camera, a Nikon D3500 from Best Buy. And then I think I got like 2 lenses. I got like a 50 and like I don't even know, like an 85.
Mm-hmm.
And then just started shooting with friends for free and whatnot. And just at that time, it would definitely be for free. I wouldn't just get into the game and be like, yo, I got to charge.
Charge you $150.
No, but, so I did that, and then people were like, you make good stuff. And then I just started experimenting with like edits and whatnot and different like kind of like styles of photography, and like had people try different poses that I kind of thought of in my head and whatnot, and try to like recreate other people's creative posts and whatnot.
Yeah.
And then just got the Sony that I have now, Sony A7R Mark III. And then I got a Sigma lens, 35 mil, and then just started doing it still. And then, and then here we are.
See, that was your calling, I think. That's crazy.
I guess
Just
so.
one day, I'm sure God was like, all right, this is your calling, bro. Like,
when I found that out, that was super interesting for me because your work is so like eclectic, clean.
I appreciate it.
It looks like you've been doing this for a long time. And for those of you all who don't know, Brock is actually one of Wake's first, official photographers.
Yes.
So Brock has been shooting some campaigns for us over the spring, summer 21 season.
Are amazing.
And yes, they're amazing. And like I was just saying, you would think he's been behind a camera for the
years.
past 5-10 years. Like,
That's what.
the work is really nice. I love it.
Yeah, that's what amazed me. Like, I was just like, wait, because when he told me that, I was like, he's only been doing it for a year? Like, what? And he was like, yeah. And I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah, because I think I got the Nikon last May, or excuse me, 2 May, or you know what I mean, 2 Mays ago.
Yeah.
And then And then, I don't know when I got the Sony. I think I got that like probably like 4 or 3 months after.
Wow.
Yeah. And then I literally sold a lot of shit to get this
So
camera.
you were like,
it's
man,
the grind.
You're like, dang, I really like this. I'm about to just upgrade. Let's just go for it.
I sold my tires, my rims. I'm not kidding.
That's
I
what you
swear
gotta
to God,
do.
bro. And then I sold my video game collection I was collecting since I was 8 years old.
Wow.
I sold that for $1,500, and then
$1,500.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Wow.
Yeah,
That
I
is
sold it straight to Last Stop, or Last Stop, right? Is that the name?
Yeah,
of
yeah,
it
yeah.
In town? Yeah.
Last
Yeah.
CD, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I sold it to them, and then just bought the body of the camera, and then I had to save up even more for the lens because lenses aren't cheap.
Oh,
So
they are
was that
not.
hard for you? Sorry, was that hard for you to like sell your like?
All that,
Yes,
it
your
was
collectible stuff.
Yeah, it was
Like-
heartbreaking because like I've been just a video game nerd like my whole life.
Yeah.
and then to sell all that, it was just it was heartbreaking.
You're
Oh,
like
man.
no,
Yep.
but hey,
It
you
definitely
gotta,
paid off.
exactly.
Yeah.
You gotta do what
Absolutely.
you gotta do. And so, okay, when you're like obviously doing your creative post and stuff with other people and stuff, like,
Yeah.
do you ever get nervous still, or like?
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, like, what
shooting
do-
with you guys, I'm nervous. If I'm shooting with
Why?
friends, I'm nervous.
I would have never known.
Yeah, no, for sure.
you
I'm
were-
always nervous.
And I asked that too.
Like,
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry, my bad.
No, keep going.
Like the recent shoot that we did at the school, like I'm waiting for you guys and I'm like fiddling with
Oh,
like my thumbs
man.
and stuff. Yeah.
Okay,
I
so
always get
the
nervous
recent
before a
shoot, let's
shoot.
dive into that. The recent shoot we did at a track,
Yes.
a track field. That's is it a track field?
I
Is
don't know.
Yeah,
Football
I'd say
field.
so.
We always say
football field, track
Yeah,
field.
had some bleachers
We
there
did it
and
in the
stuff, yeah.
bleachers. Yeah, so we were about 5 to 10 minutes behind. Brock is always on time, by the way.
I know.
Like,
that's what I
super
love.
on-
Am
about
I
it.
though?
Super on
Am
time.
Yes.
I? Okay.
Yeah.
And that's what I love because we work with so many people and they're always so late. And I'm just
Fuck,
like,
man.
I'm just like, we're always the first ones here. They're at
Yeah.
least 10 minutes late.
No, I get
Yeah.
it.
And
yeah.
that tells a lot about a person's personality.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that really does.
Yeah, so
Accountability.
hire Brock. He's going to be on time. But so we were about 5 to 10 minutes behind. So it's funny because the shoot was at a high school football field. So Brock
Oh,
is just
man.
waiting there. And he's like, man, yo, I was
look-
kind of nervous.
I look mad
just
sus.
sitting at this high school with a camera.
Yeah.
He
Bro,
was-
I pulled up and there's like people at like the tennis courts like looking at me and stuff. I was like, man, maybe I should just wait in
Wait
my
in the
car.
car. Like, I swear I'm not a creep. Like I
Right.
promise. That's crazy that you say that. You were nervous though, because I feel like you always just been so like welcoming and warm and like
Yeah.
and like you help people with the poses and stuff. Like
Yeah.
that's awesome.
I feel like
super like chill to work with.
yeah.
I appreciate
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I'm definitely like nervous, like I said, every time before any shoot with anybody. But like once I'm doing the shoot for probably like 5 minutes, like minimum, then I just start letting loose a little bit. You get to
Yeah.
like know all the people unless you've like known them beforehand. But even then, like I've known you guys for a little bit now, and I still get nervous.
Yeah.
But,
I think that's a good thing. That's
it
because
is.
you
It's good to be nervous
Yes.
because it shows that you care.
Yes,
Absolutely.
exactly.
Yeah, good indicator showing that you're really engaged in what you're doing. So for like any models out there or photographers, is there like a little tip you would have for them to get into that element and get outside of being nervous when they feel that?
They got to just either reach out to people who they haven't worked with before. That way it gets them out of their comfort zone, and then they kind of experience like working with just different people. Because I mean,
Yeah.
like if you're working with different people, you're getting different styles and whatnot,
And
and you kind of
energy,
you
yeah.
get different energy, and then you can kind of like see what makes them tick, and then they can also
Yeah.
see what makes you tick.
Yes,
also.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's
If that makes sense. I feel like that was kind of
that makes
vague.
perfect.
No, that makes perfect
perfect sense, and that's one thing I like about your work. You work with a wide range of people, and I
Yes.
think when it comes to photography, speaking in terms of the Midwest, and I really see the difference in your work. You know, you see the diversity in your work and all of that, and I think that's really important.
Yeah.
And that pushes you to be more creative and
Yeah.
to work different creative muscles that you haven't.
For
Sure.
sure.
Working with different talent and all of that sort of stuff.
Yeah,
So
that's also
that's
a really
great
good point,
advice.
yeah.
So are you always shooting photos then all the time, just like for fun too? Because I noticed some of the photos that you post, I'm like, oh, he just probably does that all the
Yeah,
time.
if there's like a shoot that I kind of have like an idea with, I'll reach out to somebody myself instead of them reaching out to me for a session.
Yeah.
Because if I have an idea that I think, okay, this person would be a great fit for like my idea, and then I think this setting will be good for a certain person and an outfit and whatnot, and like a certain feel, then I think, you know what I mean, I'll reach out to them and then try to like, you know, bring those ideas to life.
And feel it and stuff. Well, that's awesome.
I
love that.
Those are some great questions, for real.
Thank you for everything you do too, because this has been, I think every season gets better. I'm always excited about a new season in fashion with Wake. But this season has been so fun working with you.
Yes.
Yeah, and you guys are killing it too. I love like what you are putting out and everything, and every ideas the ideas. Damn, I fucking speak.
Bro, that's us on here all the time.
I'm gonna scoot up a little bit, but no, but the ideas that you've shown me are just all so unique and like just original, and like I love everything that you've shown me. So
thank you. Thank you.
Okay, let's change the subject into fashion.
Okay.
Man, are you into fashion?
I knew you were gonna ask me this. I swear. On my ride here, I was like, man, I'm gonna ask me about. I was like, you're about to ask me about fashion.
Bro was at home studying Gucci. Like, all right, let me be prepared.
For real. Are you into fashion?
I am into fashion, but like, dude, I feel like I've been lacking for so long. Like I put together like decent outfits, but I don't think they're like mind blowing or anything. Like before, I feel like I was putting together some like pretty cool outfits and whatnot. I want to get back to that zone. I don't know what happened.
I feel
but
that. No, keep talking.
Good.
No, keep talking.
But what's cool with my girlfriend Mackenzie, she has like a really unique style, and she really doesn't care like what anybody thinks, and like she's kind of like helping me like develop that a little bit more.
That's awesome.
And we've kind of talked about this before, like in this area, like people are like pretty scared of doing that.
Yes,
I feel like just
very.
They just don't want to like kind of express
outcast.
themselves.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. And no, but yeah, I kind of want to get back into that zone, and then I want to gather some different clothing that I never would try on.
Hey,
and then
thrifting.
make some fits. Yeah,
Thrifting.
no, for sure.
And too, like thrifting and like just, I feel like with fashion, like layering up so many stuff together, like really like makes a fit stand out for sure.
And I think I shine more in the winter, to be honest.
Favorite season. Because you can wear anything.
Exactly. And like in the summertime, I'm like, damn, I got to put on shorts and a tee. That's basically it. To me, like I said, I shine more in the winter, I feel like. So
this person actually comes to mind because I think when you're creative and your mind is always moving in that direction of creativity, sometimes in terms of like fashion, speaking for myself, it can be difficult to express yourself in that way because your mind is turning in terms of set design and working with models and
that's very true.
Different creative directions for things. So sometimes, you know, putting together a fly outfit is the least of your worries. Like for me, I'll go through a phase where I'll just, you know, throw on a white tee because I don't want to put too much energy into my outfit. And just speaking in terms of other people, like let's say, not that by any means, not that Mark Zuckerberg is into fashion, but he mentioned this thing with the gray T-shirt. He has literally like multiple, like his whole closet is the same outfit because
I could not.
Dedicated. I couldn't either, but he dedicated like his life to not putting much energy into that so he can focus on other things. And like when I see, for instance, when I see Virgil Abloh at like a fashion show, you know, my man's is the creative director of Louis Vuitton, and he'll be at a fashion show with the T-shirt and some blue jeans on. You know, he wouldn't. He's not there like he's not at every fashion show dressed in the flyest outfit. Sometimes your mind is so focused on
other things,
creativity, and you know, in terms of the set and the production and all of that stuff. And
like, I ain't got time to focus on myself. Before we keep talking, I feel like I can't hear myself in this. Is that hello?
Yeah.
Okay.
You good?
Okay. I was just making sure because I was like, oh no. But no, that's very, like what you said, like you go through phases of like, damn, I'm putting together dope fits. And then like you go through a phase where like, I don't know what to wear. I'm literally the same way. Right. Sometimes I get on myself too. And I notice that every time he's with us, he's like, guys, I promise I'm like cooler than like my outfit. I'm like, we don't care. But it's so cute when you say that though, low key.
I feel like every time like I do a shoot, it's usually like after work. And I work at a place where like it's like tuck-in shirt, polo, dress pants. And then I'm like, damn, I'm out here shooting like some streetwear photos and shit. I don't look like shit right now. Hey. You know what I mean? So I really, like you said, like I always got to state, I'm like, yo, I don't usually dress like this. Just keep that in mind.
I promise, guys, I'm cooler than this. I'm vibing with y'all. I don't look like this all the time.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. No, but I love your girlfriend's style too. Like I feel like, you know, I can definitely connect with her with that. Like with, you know, feeling kind of like an outcast or being bold and, for example, not wearing a bra. Like a lot of people are like I've gotten.
Yeah, especially around here. It's
yeah. In LA, that's totally normal. Yeah. Probably in Minneapolis too. Or
yeah,
what
for
do you,
sure.
Yeah.
I feel
New
like,
York.
Yeah, I feel like Minneapolis. That's like one thing that I'm pretty excited about moving to Minneapolis is just how open and like free I feel like people are. Mm-hmm. People don't really like give a fuck about like what you're doing there. They just got their own problems to deal with. Here, everybody's just in your business, it feels like. I don't know. To me, it feels that way at least. But I love Sioux Falls. Yes. Don't get me wrong. I love Sioux Falls. It's affordable to live here. It's great to raise a family. Yes. People are nice here. Local events all the time. I mean, the list goes on.
Yes.
You know what I think it is?
It's actually pretty fucking good.
You know what I think it is, though? It's because we're in a city of just under 200,000 people.
So everyone kind of knows each other.
Everybody knows each other. That sort of thing. And Mona Lisa and I were talking about this recently. Sometimes that's hard, you know, for us being in the public eye. That can be difficult to navigate at times because we live in a place that's so small. And sometimes we need our privacy.
Yeah.
But that's hard when you live in a place that's so small. You know what I mean?
I think, I agree. And especially too, like, of course, Wake will always be here. And I think that's why, like, we want to grow elsewhere too, just so we can move to just to a bigger city and stuff, just to expand and stuff. And kind of like you said, for privacy too. And like,
be in the shadows somewhere.
Yeah, that's what, in the shadow.
Yeah, I feel like we were talking about this last time is that you said the HQ will always be here, but you're going to branch off into other cities and whatnot, which I think is really smart to do.
Yeah, and like, eventually move.
Yeah. Because I love it here. Like you said, like this is honestly, Sioux Falls, South Dakota feels more like home to me than Chicago does.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's a
I
very homey
love
state.
my home. I love Chicago, but, you know, I've never lived in a place where people were so accepting. Yeah. And, you know, a place that's so community oriented. And
for sure.
A place with, you know, I believe there's a high quality of living here. Like the quality of living here is so great. You have more time for friends. You have more time for family. Mm-hmm. You know, you have more time for work because you're not spending an hour in the car a day or 2 hours in the car a day. Yeah. So that's one thing that I love about it here. But, you know, with that, like everything in life, you know, there's pros and cons. And I think just the privacy that can be difficult to navigate at times.
Yeah, exactly. And so back to Brock, So, are you excited to move to Minneapolis since we're kind of talking about
moving and cities and whatnot? Yeah, no, I am excited. And kind of like going back to like what you said though, is like this place being accepting and whatnot. It's just not saying Minneapolis isn't. It's just the idea of going to a whole new place and like not knowing anybody or anything is like really intimidating. Because when I moved here from California, I didn't talk to anybody. Yeah. I moved in the middle of my junior year in high school, and like I wasn't like ready to just make hella friends or whatnot. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because like people have been there for a minute, and then freshman year, like people already have their friend groups and whatnot that clicks. So I literally, it sounds so sad, but like I just like sat in the counselor's office every lunch. I swear to God.
Yeah, you're like,
hey, that's dope though. But you were making friends with, someone that mattered.
Right. Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. And then like I made friends with one person. They introduced me to another, and then I got a job at the mall, and then
Where'd you work at the mall?
I worked at Tilly's, and then I worked at Zoomies, and then that was basically that at the mall. But I worked there for probably like 4 years.
Did you like it?
Yeah, no, it was super fun. I got to meet so many people.
That's crazy because like the mall, I feel like, every child's dream, like, oh, when I get 16, like working at the mall.
God, it was fun. It's just like the people that you have to like deal with sometimes, and just retail sucks, man. I
worked retail before.
Did you like it?
I worked retail at Macy's and the Buckle.
Oh yeah, I forgot you told me that.
It was cool because when I worked at the Buckle here in South Dakota.
Damn, you worked at the Buckle here?
Yeah, that's interesting.
He said, yeah. I could never see that. Bro, we were across from Buckle because Zoomies is right across the way, and we'd be looking at people just shaking our head. Bro, man, sorry if anybody likes Buckle listening. You could hate me if you want, my bad.
Yo, like, I would be at work sometimes, and I would be feeling like, man, I probably shouldn't even be working here. Because they'll be asking me, like, hey, we got these new shirts in and stuff, and they'll show me the new shirts, and I'll just be like, yeah, that's cool.
Didn't you guys, like, make commission there, too?
Yeah.
Okay, I was going to
say. Commission and base pay. So that's what's nice about it.
Yeah.
And I believe any job that, has that commission, take advantage of that because
for sure,
yeah,
because you can make some money that way.
Make some money, but working at Macy's was cool though because I worked at the one in Chicago. Actually, the original Marshall Fields, because it was Marshall Fields before it was Macy's. Mm-hmm. Macy's bought out Marshall Fields, so I worked at the original one. Mm-hmm. So super big building downtown on State Street in Chicago. So, yeah, they had all the brands in there, Ralph Lauren, all of that stuff. So, it was cool working there, and the people were cool. And the days went by super fast because, it was always busy.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I know what you mean in terms of retail.
I worked at JCPenney's in Aberdeen at the mall. I liked it, but it was so boring because we're in Aberdeen. Have you ever been to Aberdeen?
I haven't, actually.
Or have you heard of Aberdeen?
I've heard of Aberdeen.
Yeah, it's so tiny there.
Birdcage.
Yeah, so it was fun. Like I liked it, but it was so slow because no one would come in, and I'd be like,
See, that's the bad thing about working retail is if it's slow, it's just
you're just standing.
It's just painful.
You're folding clothes.
Yeah, you're just
like
folding,
how many times
folding.
can I fold this T-shirt?
Yeah, sweeping, folding.
Yeah. One thing I don't like about like jobs where you like have to go to is like you can't talk like to other people. You have to like stay at your desk and work, and you can't be like
I think that has a lot to do with the culture at
I don't like that.
I think that has a lot to do with the culture at any specific company though, because some companies don't believe in that. Some companies move in the direction they want their employees to feel free, and they want there to be like an energetic culture there in the work
companies
environment.
Just don't care.
Yeah, and certain companies just like don't talk. Do this. Be a robot.
Can you talk at the bank, or is it kind of?
Yeah, no, I can talk, and so I have like my little like cubicle, right? Mm-hmm. But like I get up and just fool around, fuck around with people.
Okay, do you get in trouble? Do you get in trouble ever, or have you?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I mean, to be honest, I'm kind of at like a seniority right now where I just don't really give a fuck anymore.
Yeah, like I'm leaving.
This is an interesting thing to say, actually, though, because like only 2 people in the office knew I'm moving, and I was trying to keep it under wraps because like I'm having like a bonus come out too, and like I didn't want really anybody to know because I was kind of afraid that I'm not going to get the bonus if they knew I was going to leave the same month that I'm getting it. And so my boss one day, I think it was it last? Yeah, it was last week. She's like, Brock, can you come into my office for a second?
Oh,
and then
snap.
I was like, man, this is like the principal calling you on the intercom. And so I get in there, and she's like, so what's these rumors about you leaving? And then I was like, and she's like, are they true? And I go, no. I'm like, all right, yeah, they are.
Yeah,
I'm like, I'm sorry for lying, just immediately. And then she was just like, okay, and then she's like, why? Like, what's going on? And I'm like, I'm moving. And then I was like, it's nothing personal against you or the office or anybody here. I'm just ready to move. And then she's like, oh, okay, well, that's fine then. And then we went about our day.
Wow. I'm sure you went in there, you're like, your heart was probably like, oh.
Right.
You could hear the clock ticking.
Like, what is this going to be about?
Yeah. But no, I mean, like, we talked about, just work and like the bonus and just everybody and the
so
type
do you
of
get
work.
the bonus?
No, I will be.
Okay,
yeah.
I was like,
yeah. I mean,
You did the work.
Yeah, no, the boss there is like, she's super cool. She understands people and she just wants everybody to be happy and everything. So I mean, she's cool, and yeah, we kind of just we're on the same page about stuff. So
Nice.
that's cool. Yeah.
That's good.
When do you move to Minneapolis then?
So my lease at my apartment ends August 31st.
Okay.
And so I kind of want to be out the weekend before.
Okay.
Just so I kind of have like a week just to like chill.
Yeah.
The bonus, I'm not bragging by any means, but it's like a pretty hefty bonus. So
Okay.
I'm just gonna be chilling for a minute because
Yeah.
I won't have to work for a
Bro,
second.
Right, you're like,
bro
hey.
about to be chilling with wine, crackers, and cheese
Right.
I'm gonna be in my Minneapolis apartment holding a glass of wine like
with the robe on.
yeah, exactly.
Real. Yeah.
Living.
Speaking, I wanted to bring it up about Virgil and like, bro, did you see the white denim pants? It had like this like not embroidered, but it was like, man,
Is it the Louis ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
They
think
had the pattern around along the whole pants.
I recently watched a video of them like taking like pretty much dead stock or stuff that had been sitting around for a while at Louis Vuitton and deconstructing it and making new pieces
Oh, that's
out of
dope.
it.
Yeah.
I don't know. We may have seen the same thing.
I think so. Bro,
That's
can we touch
fine.
on some like reselling clothes and stuff for a second?
Yeah, go ahead.
Heck yeah, because no, that's super interesting. You bring that up because the resale market has been booming and it's
Yeah.
only expected to continue to grow. You know,
I feel like it's sorry, I cut you off.
yeah,
but-
no, you good. But a lot of kids are like getting into that, and I think there was like a recent survey or study or something that shows that this generation, there's being more millionaires are being made in this generation amongst like Generation X or Z or whatever it is.
Because people
those
don't-
kids understand.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
Yeah, that's
Are,
crazy.
are you into
Yeah.
reselling?
I was. I'm not so into it now just because I'm not buying any product. But beforehand, I was really big on reselling Jordans and Yeezys and Supreme.
Ooh, how
Yeah.
did that go?
That's how I bought my car.
Really?
not straight up, but like I
Yeah.
put
Did you
like
put a big chunk down?
a big down payment, and so I
That's dope.
yeah, no, Supreme was cool though because like I think like the biggest item I resold was a box logo hoodie, and I bought that. I think retail they're like $160, and then I resold mine for $1,000. Yeah.
You got in before the
Can
bots
you
did.
tell us some? Can you
Man.
tell the listeners some gems right now on how to resell or like?
I mean-
is there any advice that you would give? Because
I feel like I've been out of the game for a while, so like I can't probably give the best advice, but like
what
I'm
did
sure
you
like
do?
I'm sure it's still kind of the same, but
Yeah.
I mean, you have the bots, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
then you have like the people that are doing like manual purchases, which is what I'm doing now.
Mm-hmm.
I did have a bot before I bought one.
Really?
Wow.
That's dope.
I bought a bot for like $200, and then like I started like putting like the keywords, and then I would start the bot like I think 10 seconds before every drop that Supreme did, and then to be scanning the website, and then as soon as it
Holy
dropped, you
cow.
could tell that it would just put it in the cart and purchase it right away. So I was chilling.
So
I
you're
would-
just like go to work.
So
bye.
because I brought up the bot, so you were the bot.
yeah, exactly.
Dang, that's crazy.
I know, but then like they put so many like security
Restrictions,
security measures on all that, and like auto caption all that. I don't really know what it's like now, to be honest,
Yeah.
but back then when I did have the bot and then they started introducing that stuff, it was harder to get product.
Yeah.
So I just started doing it manually, and I got honestly more product than I did using the bot doing manual.
Wow.
Yeah.
So would you have to sit online for a while beforehand then, or what?
I'd honestly just because I know here it's every release is every Thursday at 10 a.m. for Supreme at least.
Okay.
And I would just go on there at like 9:50 and just wait for a second. I'd just be doing my thing, and then I would notice that I would have a timer, and then it would go off at 10 a.m. And then I just go into there, the
Really
website, grab whatever I was looking for, check out, and then I'll be good.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
So how
Speaking of Supreme, have you ever been to New York?
I haven't. No, I'd
You
love
gotta
to go.
With you being a photographer and a creative, you gotta go to New York,
Yeah,
bro.
you gotta
have
take some dope photos. You gotta go in the Kiss store.
Go
Yeah.
check out Supreme.
Hell yeah.
Supreme, like
That'd be,
heck yeah.
Dude, I'd love to go to Kith though too. That'd be so sick.
Man,
Kith.
I would love. I've never been to Kith before, but we need to take an inspiration trip to New York.
Hell yeah.
one of these days.
Brock
Just
can come with us.
Yeah.
That'd be sick.
Yeah.
That'd be really dope.
That would be dope.
Photos.
Speaking of New
Meet
York,
some models out there.
that was a stop on the tour that we went on.
Wait.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
You went to New York?
Yeah, that was a stop. We were there for like 3 days or 4 days or so.
Damn.
Long story short, so my brother, he's actually a music artist. He's a rapper. Mm-hmm. So this was 2017. He went on like his first 13 city tour.
Okay.
He did it all himself along with this other guy. And man, was that a experience.
Bad or good?
Bro, if we had recorded that, like we should have recorded that tour. We should have filmed the whole thing from start to finish and made a documentary out of it.
That would have been sick. Was it bad or good though?
Bro, it was bad in so many ways. I don't want to say it was bad because now that I think back on it, that's like one of the most like awesome, crazy experience of my young life.
Yeah.
But yeah, if we filmed it from start to finish, we could have probably like sold it to HBO or something.
Damn.
Bro, like it was 6 of us. And
it was that wild.
Yeah, it was like 6 of us guys. Was it 6 of us? 6 or 7? It was 6 of us, I'll say, in a Honda Odyssey, traveling across the country for 2.5 weeks, bro.
Damn. Was it all the East Coast then?
Yep, East Coast tour. We only had, so out of that 2 weeks, we stayed in a hotel maybe 4 days out of that 2.5 weeks.
Damn.
4 or 5 days.
They said they would be taking showers at the what?
YMCA.
Really?
Yeah.
Like that bad.
Damn.
Bro, like we were out here like rock star life. Like,
yeah, that's sick.
like back in the day when the rock stars would try to, break their records and they would just get in their van and drive and tour and do shows and stuff and just be sleeping on couches. And that's how it was wild, man. It was wild.
I couldn't do that.
What's your guys' music taste? Like, I know we were kind of talking about that earlier, but I'm just curious.
Mine's like R&B. I like the slow jams, okay?
I could definitely tell that.
Yeah,
for sure.
That's her all the way. I think my music taste is like yours.
Okay.
Just
Yeah.
across
Bro,
the
we're
board.
have to just have like a jam session.
Yeah, we do.
I say that like we play guitars and drums, but like just listening
We
to
do. We
music.
should probably
Just
do one
chill.
here.
Yeah.
For real, that would be dope.
We
Yeah.
could go back and forth. Like I could play my favorite song lately. You could play yours. We could go back and
Yeah,
forth.
yeah, for real.
Right.
That'd be sick.
Just chilling. Yeah,
We
no.
should do that. But yeah, that experience was crazy. I spoke about us stopping in, where was it? Baltimore? Man, that was have you ever seen the TV show The Wire?
Yeah.
We were like in that part, bro.
Oh,
Like,
really?
It was wild. So
Damn.
we get to the venue. We talking to the guy. He's like, man, yeah, I got some waters for y'all up here, in case it get hot while y'all performing. Bro, we get inside. Man, it was like 120 degrees.
Damn.
Like, where's
You go,
the
what
AC?
you mean hot?
Bro, I know, right?
That shit's
Like,
scorching.
bro, the ceiling looked like it had aluminum foil on the ceiling. I'm like, man,
What
is this
the
a
fuck?
oven? What
Yeah.
the hell do y'all got going on here?
Damn.
So immediately we look for every exit route in there because it was already sketchy enough, the part of the city that we were in. And so we're looking for exit routes and stuff. It was wild, man. But that I think that whole tour, that would probably just be a podcast alone talking about
Yeah.
that because
I'd love
That's
to hear
for like
that
you
too.
and your brother, like if he's ever
yeah,
here.
yeah,
That'd be
Like,
sick.
Moral of the story: have you ever seen Harold and Kumar, the Goes to White Castle one or something?
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
kind of like that.
Oh, for real? Damn.
It's wild.
Damn.
Yep. Nope. Not me. Not
What-
me.
What's your favorite concert that you've ever been to?
I haven't been to many concerts. I've been to, honestly, I probably only been to like one concert, and I've been to like a couple festivals maybe.
Okay.
But my first concert was Madonna.
Oh, damn.
Ooh.
Yeah, when I was in high school.
Was that your favorite?
Yeah, it was awesome. And what was fun about it is a lot of the listeners out there know early in my life when I was a dancer, I was a part of this dance group in Chicago called Havoc. It was a battle group. So the leader of the group, or my mentor, he got the opportunity to tour with Madonna. So I was working super hard because I was really inspired by that. He saw my work, so he like flew me out to New York. When the tour came to Chicago, I had like all access pass, so I got to hang out with the dancers and everything.
That's sick.
So it was like me being a sophomore or a junior in high school and experiencing all of those things. That was super cool.
Hell yeah.
For me
Hey,
at
that's
that age.
That's a
so.
super unique.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
Yeah, so it was an awesome experience.
What about you though? What is it? What do you?
Dude, honestly, Juice.
Juice WRLD.
Yeah. Oh, you went to see
saw Juice WRLD.
Oh.
Yeah.
That was so. The last concert I went to was Ian Dior. That was really cool. It was just like his fans are just, I feel like, younger than us. I feel like his main fans are younger.
Really, like high schoolers or what?
Man, when we were there was moms like behind us, like looking over their kid. It felt weird.
Yeah.
like
babysitting.
The venue, I've been to the venue before, and they have a bar, and the bar wasn't open. So it's like, it's hard to explain. So it's not First Avenue in Minneapolis, but it's the one connected to it. I forgot the name of it.
Okay.
But a bar's connected to it though also, so you could literally just walk in and out of the venue in the bar.
Okay.
But the bar inside the venue is closed because it's little kids running around and shit.
Yeah.
And so we go into the bar, and then the performers are just like there, like Landon Cube. I don't know if you know who that is.
Landon Cube.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
He
was there. Okay.
Yeah. So he was there just chilling, just like drinking and vibing. And then I was like, damn, that's dope as fuck. I don't want to like bother him and be like that dude. So like we just got a beer and was chilling.
Yeah.
Met some other people, and we're like people the same age at least, and they're like, yo, this is weird in here. And I'm like, right. But no, like Ian Dior put on like a great show, and the one before that though was Juice WRLD, and that was just crazy.
Yeah.
You could tell that like he was just really fucked up on stage.
Was he really? How was he like? Was he just like
he was definitely like just super like flowy and everything. He still put on an amazing show though.
Yeah.
But like you could just like tell.
that like breaks my heart.
Yeah.
That's so sad, man.
I know. But like the show was amazing, and like he played all the songs I wanted him to perform, and like everybody was like starting mosh pits everywhere.
Little kids at that or no?
I know this is so the little kids were at Ian Dior, but
okay,
but no,
okay.
like people at Juice WRLD were going wild. And that was such a good show, and I'm just happy I like got to see him though before he passed. So.
Yeah, rest in peace to Juice WRLD.
Yeah,
man, I believe he would have been so much bigger than he was. His music skyrocketed so fast.
he really did.
So fast. He's from Chicago, actually.
Oh, really? I actually didn't know that.
Yeah, he's from like I think it was like the Homewood area, like south suburb.
It's crazy when people pass away and like their music just skyrockets. I mean, his was already skyrocketing, but once
even more.
Yeah, it's just wild. It kind of just shows that you got to like appreciate people while they're here. You know what I mean? It definitely like makes you like think about that. I mean, like Nipsey Hussle passing, like that was just such a
legend.
That was such, I don't even know how to explain it.
And I think people use the word, I just said legend. People use that word kind of lightly nowadays.
Casually.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Because we've been experiencing a lot of death in the culture, but Nipsey, he was a prime example of someone that make something out of nothing.
For sure.
Before he was in the limelight, he was, like he said, he's been hustling all his life. Man, from the marathon.
He deserved it.
Yeah, absolutely. From the marathon clothing to his music and, everything he did for his community was big. So rest in peace to Nipsey
Hell
too.
Yeah.
And another person that I really liked was X.
Yeah,
sure. I really liked.
He was so unique.
Very unique in his mindset just when it came to life.
Yeah.
And I think that he understood marketing and stuff like that and how to get his name inside of certain conversations. But I really liked him too.
There's one of my favorite music artists is Machine Gun Kelly, and he has a song named Glass House, and he like name drops like Mac Miller, Nipsey Hussle, and Lil Peep, and I think there's one more name I can't think of, but y'all should like really listen to the song. Is
what is it called again?
Glass House. He's just like talking about like all the people and like their passings and stuff, and it's really nuts.
It's deep, I'm sure. Huh?
Yeah, it's super deep.
Wow.
Now that we're talking about like that, this music culture, one thing I respect about it in general is just how hard an artist has to work to get his name out there or get her name out there.
You gotta work hard.
I really respect that grind from a music artist that has passion for music and you know, that is working towards living that lifestyle and working towards living their dream, because there's so much that goes into that. And you just brought up Machine Gun Kelly. I used to watch his vlogs like,
oh, really?
way back,
Kelly Vision?
Yeah.
Bro, that's nuts. I love those.
I love the hustle,
crazy.
man. The hustle and the
like,
work that goes into it is amazing.
I know. I mean, because I think it's one of the Kelly Visions where like he's sitting in like the crib that I think they recorded in, and then he's on MTV, and like he's seeing himself for the first time perform on MTV, and like all of his homies and him are just fucking freaking out.
Yeah, I remember that.
It's just so beautiful to see.
I used to watch all of them. It is, man.
Another thing that's amazing to see is just like the transformation for an artist. I love like finding newer artists, and do you know who Brockhampton is by chance?
I don't.
So they're a boy band. It sounds funny when I say boy band, but that's literally what they label them. But like they're like literally like a rap group, like a Wu-Tang though. But they label themselves as a boy band.
I see.
And so I got to properly name them that. But no, like I found them. I don't even know how many years ago now, but like seeing how far they've grown, and like, you know what I mean? Like we met Mac, you know what I mean? Like Blue Slide Park or whatever era that you did like start listening to him.
Yeah.
And then all the way to like his death. It's just like crazy to see the transformation and like how beautiful like their work becomes. And I feel like not even just like music, like it could go for me with like photography. It could go for anybody, like poetry, whatever.
It's like from the start to finish, you can really see that progress.
It's just awesome. And to have like a following and like have fans and just people that love you and like whatnot, and like them also like being a part of the journey is just awesome.
It's amazing. And I think you spoke about transformation, even looking at some of these artists and seeing where they were when they started and when they got their break into the industry.
Yeah.
Years after that, like how their mentality changed and their lifestyle changed.
Yeah.
Just in terms of like listening to Mac's music, you can hear, like you said, the difference in the content in his music and the things that he would put into his music, you know, encouraging other people, just vulnerability, all of that stuff.
Right.
I think that's super important when it comes to art, because art is vulnerability. It's
expressing yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, like just what you were saying, like you look at some of the songs that Mac was recently putting out before his death, and then you compare it to like, you know what I mean? Like I said, Blue Slide Park or whatever. And you probably would think at that time of his career, he would never think about putting something out like he did, you know what I mean, before his passing. But then just the growth to that point is just phenomenal.
Life, man. Life is ever-changing
everlasting
journey of events that are meant to grow us and cultivate us into something better.
100%.
That's what's so beautiful about life. So,
bro, I had a coworker tell me once you turn 21, life is just going to start flying by. Bro, I tell you, when I turned 21, this shit has been flying.
That's so funny to hear. That's funny to hear, because I'm over here scratching on 30. So
I'm going to be 24 on Monday.
I was
her birthday.
Oh, really? On Monday?
Oh,
Happy early birthday.
So
I just turned 24.
Happy birthday to Mona this Monday.
Hell yeah.
Well, this airs the next Monday.
Yes, okay. Because I'm like, we're a week behind. Yeah.
So when you listen to this, it's Mona's birthday.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Well, maybe not. It's the
no.
Well,
it's oh my God, I cannot talk. A week would have,
because we're a week.
Okay,
yeah, we're a week ahead. So this is a week out.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you guys gonna do?
I gotta laugh at myself on that one.
He's looking at me like,
bro, what you have? I love that. That's sick.
I got it right.
Oh, do you sometimes get it wrong?
Yes. And I'm just like,
you're like, we're about to laugh and it's crying. You're like, oh, wrong one.
No, what's messed up is, shout out to Davian again. Davian Brooks, we had him on episode, I think that was 3 or 4 of this season. I'll have to go back and look. Don't quote me on that. But that was a really good podcast. And we were wrapping the episode up, and I'm like, man, I got to hit the clapping button for him. And I hit the laughing button.
Literally.
I'm like, bro, sorry, man. Hey,
he's like, man, y'all laughing at me.
Right, didn't mean to ruin your moment.
You the test dummy. I'm sorry. I totally did not mean to hit the laughing button.
That's hella
That was
funny.
a great podcast. So I think I'm starting to get it. You think
right?
You think I'm doing a good job?
Heck yeah.
That's hella funny.
Cool.
That's
so like, if it's something that you would leave the listeners with in terms of photography and creativity, or just growth in general, what would you leave them with today?
Man, that's such a big question. There's just like so many things to like say.
Yeah.
I'd honestly say the number one thing is just don't give a fuck what anybody thinks.
For real. And it's hard, but it's true.
No, and like that's one thing that I think I was like kind of struggling with a little bit ago. Not now, I don't give a fuck at all. Yeah. But before it is hard for like to like kind of be open like that, to not giving a fuck what anybody thinks. I mean, people are gonna shoot you down and people are gonna hate no matter what, so you might as well just fucking do what you want.
Being innovative and being creative is about pushing new boundaries, and I think that you have to be in a space of complete confidence and belief in order to do that, because the world isn't gonna see anything new from someone that's afraid to be themselves.
Exactly.
You know? So you gotta be 100% comfortable with being yourself so you can push those boundaries. I love that.
Yeah. And another thing is just you got to stay inspired, because like because if you aren't inspired, man, you're going to stay complacent. You're going to just be doing the same thing. And like, I don't know, I feel like this is something that I still struggle with, is staying inspired, but that's just why you always got to be like, you know what I mean, following people that you love their work and whatnot, and work with people like I was saying earlier that you're not normally accustomed working with. So I mean, just staying inspired, not giving a fuck what people think, do what you want, and be happy.
Live life.
Live life. And
I love that.
Because we get one of these, and like we spoke about in this season 2 earlier, you know, do we want to live our life in misery and in pain and in regret, wishing that we did the things that we love to do? Because people say life is short, life is long, and it's a lot longer when you're living it in pain and in misery.
100%.
You know, how slow does time move when you're not enjoying yourself?
Exactly.
So, put yourself in a space of you know, put yourself in a space of you. And what I mean by that is put yourself in a space where you can be you and where you can express yourself.
And you got to surround yourself with people, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
That love you, and like they're not going to be dogging on you, and just,
absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like just surround yourself with just like positive people.
Exactly.
That want to see you progress, and you want to see them progress also.
Yes.
Just like that. So,
Thank you. Thank you for
so much, bro.
Thank you guys.
Yeah, thank you so much, man. I gotta.
That's so dope. I appreciate you guys.
Hey, like I said, if you want to follow Brock on social media, it's that Brock on Instagram. Go check out Brock's photography. Amazing. It's been awesome working with you for the spring summer 21 season, and I look forward to everything else we do, because man, we're not even really scratching the surface yet.
Hell no.
I can't even say we just getting started. You know, we having fun. We learning right now. You know,
we haven't even hit the road with it.
We really about to push some boundaries here soon in the near future, and I look forward to all of that fun stuff we do together. So
yes.
I'm excited.
Thank you, Brock.
Thank you guys for having me on.
Yes. Get out there, make this week great. I said it. Mona said it. Brock said it. Go make this week great, everyone. This is People Being People.
Happy Monday.
Self-love isn't an easy journey.
Especially when you came from a really broken place inside of you.
It's an everyday choice.